So Kamala Harris is now the VP choice for Joe Biden. So it is now the Biden-Harris ticket. And with that, of course, you're going to have attacks against Harris. So I didn't want to do it, but I'm going to have to do it. I'm going to have to play you guys a Donald Trump ad, and then I'm going to have to refute it because it's garbage. And so let's do it. All right. And I'm going to stop it during the video and do some critiques. So we'll do that. All right.
Kamala Harris ran for president by rushing to the radical left, embracing Bernie's plan for socialized medicine.
Okay, I had to stop there already because that's bullshit. Immediately starting out with crap. So that's a good start. That's fun. So she ran to the radical left. Can you believe Kamala Harris? And of course, this is the thing that they're doing. They're painting Kamala Harris as a leftist. Kamala Harris ain't no leftist, right? From a leftist, I know a leftist when I'm looking at one. She is not it. But isn't it great that we chose Joe Biden and he chose Kamala Harris? Because I was really worried about, the right wing coming in and calling our candidates leftists and Marxist social. Oh, right. All right. So let's look at that because they made a pretty interesting charge, right? That Kamala Harris supported Medicare for all. While she did in theory, right? She started talking about it. Why? Because it's popular. How popular is it? 69% of Americans. 69%. They support Medicare for all. You know why? Because we're in the middle of a pandemic. We're in the middle of a pandemic where millions of people have lost their health care, their employer-sponsored health care, because they lost their jobs. Where people have racked up thousands, hundreds of thousands, even a couple of $1 million bills from COVID-19. That's why Medicare for all, single payer, is super popular. And even during the as before Kamala Harris had to drop out because she did so abysmally in the Democratic primary, it was still really popular. Now it's even more popular. I don't quite understand the Republicans are like, Medicare for all wouldn't make any sense. No, it makes a lot of sense. I mean, it doesn't if you're a ghoul, but again, that's the Republicans for you. So anyway, kind of enough harping on that point. But you're really going to go after somebody who, again, didn't actually support Medicare for all, but did it because it's popular. And the actual policy itself, which is super popular, you're going to go after that. That's a winner. Okay, all right. Super disconnected from the American people. So we see how this one's going. All right, let's go forward.
Calling for trillions in new taxes, attacking Joe Biden for racist policies.
Okay, that's a fair point. Yes, she did attack Joe Biden for racist policies, and then accept his VP nomination bid. Oops. I know, right? He's so sorry about the tough on crime, the 94 crime bill. No, so very sorry about that. Oops, didn't mean to do that. Bad decision. Even though it meant to locking up millions of African Americans with their ridiculous tough on crime approach. But look, let's be honest. Kamala Harris also, when she was a prosecutor, was also really tough on people, especially truant children. So locking up parents for children skipping school. So not exactly a great help for the African American community. So look, we get this. This is going to be, and it is kind of funny, the contradiction, right? Oh, Kamala Harris, radical leftist, but also super tough on crime. Wait, total contradiction. Doesn't make any sense. But that's what we're doing. That's what they're going with. So they're Republicans. They don't have to make sense. All they have to do is probably distract people long enough with saying, ooh, scary socialism. And, they'll ignore everything else because they've already been triggered, right? It's already the Pavlovian response to, whoa, socialism, fuck, it's scary. I just crap my pants from all the socialism. But again, that's the plan. That's what they're going with. But what is real is she really did attack Joe Biden for supporting in the past racist policies. And by the way, he's not really that much better when it comes to policing. He wants to give more money to the police. I want to defund the police. And I know people are like scared to talk about that. Like, oh, don't say that. Don't say I want to defund the police. No, I think the police do too much. Yeah. Too much of the wrong thing. And so what we need to do is we need to just say that you are only there to protect the peace. That's it. That's supposed to be your only job. You're not to answer calls about mental distress unless there's an actual danger. But you need to have like a social worker with you. You need to have somebody with you that is trained in dealing with people with mental illness so that you don't end up shooting somebody and killing them, as numerous stories over and over and over have documented. And so, yes, police reform. Now, what does Joe Biden want to do? Some method, some form of police reform, yes. But he's going to do that by giving more money to the police. Well, they already have enough money. The NYPD budget is in the billions. There's more money in the NYPD than in some countries, their entire GDP. So, no, I don't think throwing more money at this problem is really going to solve the problem. No, I think we need to, a lot of police forces, we need to start over. Burn it to the ground, start over, and do it the right way. But anyway, more.
Voters rejected Harris. They
That's true.
Spotted a phony. But
Yep.
not Joe Biden. He's not that smart. Biden calls himself a transition candidate. He is handing over the reins to Kamala while they jointly embrace the radical left. Slow Joe and phony Kamala. Perfect together. Wrong for America.
All right. So I like slow Joe, right? No, okay. Yeah, Joe's not as quick as he used to be, but Donald Trump. I'm sorry, has anybody seen Donald Trump? Person, woman, man, camera, TV? But, so a lot of that's like, I can't 100% disagree with some of those, what are politically low blows, for sure. But again, joining forces with the radical left. No, they're not. No, they're moving further away from progressives. And I know maybe part of the calculation for Kamala is, well, yeah, maybe she'll appeal to the progressives because she briefly embraced Medicare for all, kind of, but then came out with a plan that really wasn't actually Medicare for all. If you guys remember that, Kamala Harris's plan was not actually Medicare for all. And during the primary, all these different candidates came out with what they said were Medicare for all plans that didn't actually end insurance companies, which they should. If you're a single payer, then you should end insurance 100%. And I'm sorry, but yeah, end the insurance companies. They're useless middlemen. Cut them out. Get rid of them. All they do is basically serve as death panels, inflicting misery and making a profit off of that by denying people claims when it comes to actually getting health care. So no, get rid of them, right? If you're not getting rid of insurance companies and going to a literal single payer system, then it's not going to help the country. That's again why 69% of Americans, 88% of Democrats support Medicare for all. And so her plan is not going to be that. Joe Biden's plan is obviously not that. And so we're kind of stuck with this, right? And so the whole ad is just, again, the ridiculous, like, oh, she's too far left. I don't exactly think that's going to resonate, as we've been seeing the left get more and more popular. They're not popular on Capitol Hill. They're not popular on corporate media. They're not popular on MSNBC, but among real people, humans, yeah, the left is pretty popular, right? And what it is, and what people like about the left is progressive policy, right? They like Medicare for all. They like now a UBI, right? $2,000 a month. Progressives have been the only one trying to push those policies. Healthcare for all that stuff. And so I don't think calling them, it's going to work with Trump supporters because a lot of them are ancient. And so they still get triggered by the Red Scare. But for everybody else, I mean, it's not really going to have that much of an impact, I think, on people. And again, the conflicting message of, the top cop, right? Kamala Harris in California, or was in California, not being tough enough on crime. Not going to go. It's not really going to go anywhere. And besides, I think that is kind of, that attack is not going to land either, because people, I mean, look, people are in favor of the George Floyd protests. People are in favor of racial justice. And so, if you're going to attack Kamala Harris and try to, say like, oh, she's far radical left, Antifa, and BLM, all that stuff, well, then again, that's going to fail because those things are fairly popular. Not 100% Antifa, but Black Lives Matter for sure. And so, again, this is what the Trump administration, and as soon as, of course, we hear Kamala Harris and her bid, or I should say her selection by Biden, they come out with this ad. So, of course, they were ready for it. I wouldn't be surprised if they had it on everybody, but as far as I'm concerned, Kamala Harris, the reason I don't like her is that she's not progressive enough. She's not leftist enough. And I wish she were as radical, and her and Biden were as radical as Republicans say they were, because then I might actually, be enthusiastically supporting them. At this point, look, I'm just gonna fucking settle for it, and just be like, yeah, fucking take my vote. Fuck.